This year they cover innovation, particularly as mentioned in digitalization, road safety management, data management, safer vehicles, public transportation, modal shift, communication, and the Road Safety Honor Award. Congratulations to all the winners which have taken an extra effort to make positive changes in their countries to save life. And for those who come back home, I wish you a safe return. Thank you.
Thank you very much to the United Nations Secretary General Special Envoy for Road Safety, Mr. John Todd. الضيفة القادمة والتي سنسمع لكلمتها كانت دائما تساهم بشكل كبير لأجل تحسين الأوضاع على مستوى السلامة الطرقية، هي زوجة الأمين العام السابق للأمم المتحدة السيد كوفي عنان. لم يتسنى لها الحضور لكنها بعثت بهذه الرسالة. Our next guest is always making great effort in this topic of road safety. She's the wife of the former United Nations Secretary General, Mr. Kofi Annan. She couldn't have been here with us, but she sent her speech, which is pre-recorded. I let you see Madame Nani Maria Annan.
Excellencies, distinguished guests, I would like to warmly thank the organizers of the Kofi Annan Road Safety Ceremony, the Government of Morocco, the Economic Commission for Africa, and the United Nations Secretary General's Special Envoy for Road Safety. As a member of the board of the Kofi Annan Foundation, it's an honor to give these words of welcome at the second ceremony of the Kofi Annan Road Safety Award for Africa, in memory of my late husband. Like Jean Todt, the Secretary General's very dynamic special envoy, Kofi was determined to find solutions to global challenges, especially challenges such as road safety, which affects people's well-being, their health, their access to education and economic opportunities. He rejected the very notion that road accidents are an unavoidable part of our modern life. He was strongly committed to increasing awareness among policymakers and the public alike of the toll of road traffic accidents on disadvantaged communities. And he put great energy, heart, and his unique political skills at the service of this cause. His push contributed to garnering the political will across the world needed to address the simple policies and programs all well known to you that can make a decisive difference. He was a UN Secretary General when the General Assembly adopted the first ever resolution on this matter in 2004. Nearly 20 years later, much remains to be done, especially here in Africa, where road safety issues can be especially severe due to rapid urbanization, motorization, and population growth. Road injury rates on the continent have remained among the highest in the world, even as substantial improvements have been made in controlling other threats to public health, such as malaria and diarrheal disease. It's tragic to read that traffic accidents are the leading cause of death among African youth today. And we have to remember also those lives that will forever be impaired after a road accident. I'm heartened, therefore, to see that many governments are determined to come to grips with this scourge and have made significant progress through innovative and outstanding initiatives to save lives on Africa's roads. I congratulate all the awardees. Their initiatives show us that we can promote safe, healthy, and equitable mobility for all, and that strong partnerships can make a real difference at the local and national levels. I hope that their example and this award can motivate other governments, the private sector and civil society organizations to step up their action. Together, let us make sure that no African man, woman or child, driver, cyclist or pedestrian loses his or her life needlessly on a road or is seriously injured. Thank you all very much.
شكرا جزيلا. كلمة جميلة للسيدة ماريا عنان، والتي تكلمت عن خطورة المشكل خصوصا في القارة الإفريقية التي تعرف أعلى نسبة وفيات على مستوى العالم بسبب حوادث السير. حوادث السير التي يمكن أن تغير حياة الإنسان ليس بسبب الوفاة فقط، إنما الإصابات كذلك تؤثر على من يبقى بعد هذا الشخص، وطبعا التأثير يكون كبيرا على الحياة وعلى المناحي الاجتماعية والاقتصادية. أعطي الكلمة الآن للسيدة ناتالي فوستير. I give the floor now to Madame Nathalie Fustier, United Nations President Coordinator in Morocco.
شكرا. مرحبا للجميع. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to begin by greeting the Minister of Transport and Logistics, His Excellency Mohamed Abdel Jalil, the UN Secretary General Special Envoy for Road Safety, Mr. Jean Todt, and the Director for the ECA Sub-Regional Office for North Africa, Mrs. Susanna Shivdrovsky, along with our distinguished colleagues and friends. I also wish to express, on behalf of the United Nations country team in Morocco, our solidarity following the recent earthquake that struck Morocco. I would also like to take a moment to reflect on the loss of life we are experiencing through two distinct but equally devastating catastrophes, road accidents and the recent earthquake. However, ladies and gentlemen, when we speak of the lives lost due to the road accidents, we speak of a tragedy for which we, as individuals and as a society, bear a heavy responsibility. In 2021, 3,318 people were killed on Moroccan roads. Every life lost on our roads is a life that we could and should have saved. Every accident is a poignant reminder of our collective responsibility to act, to educate, and to change. These two forms of loss should inspire us to reflect deeply on our responsibility to one another, our responsibility to protect and preserve human life in all its forms. As we strive to build a safer and more resilient future, let us always keep in mind the faces of those we have lost and use their memory as a beacon to guide our actions and our decisions. Addressing road safety is more critical now than ever, as it still claims 1.3 million victims every year worldwide, and up to 50 million people are seriously injured. This issue is the leading cause of deaths for children and young people, with Africa being the most affected continent, while having the lowest level of motorization in the world. The United Nations is committed to solving this crisis and achieving the relevant Sustainable Development Goals during the second decade of action for road safety, 2021-2030. I extend my gratitude to Mr. Jean Todt for his leadership on this since his appointment by the UN Secretary General in April 2015, and I congratulate Morocco and all the award recipient countries for the progress made on road safety. The United Nations support and ongoing commitment of Morocco and all partners countries are unwavering. Ladies and gentlemen, on this day of reflection, let us unite our forces, our wills, and our hearts to build a world where every life is valued, every individual is protected, and where tragedies and losses are met with action, compassion, and responsibility. Thank you. شكرا جزيلا.
شكرا لك سيدة ناتالي فوستير. Thank you, Madam Nathalie Fustier, United Nations Resident Coordinator in Morocco. Now I give the floor to Madam Susanna Briksiova-Szwindrowski, Director ECA Sub-Regional Office for North Africa, United Nations Economic Commission for Africa. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, Mr. Mohamed Abdel Jalil, Minister of Transport and Logistics, the Kingdom of Morocco, Mr. Jean Todt, United Nations Secretary General, Special Envoy for Road Safety, Ms. Nathalie Fustier, United Nations Resident Coordinator for Morocco, colleagues of the United Nations, ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to be here on behalf of the Acting Executive Secretary of the Economic Commission for Africa, Mr. Antonio Pedro, for the second edition of the Kofi Annan Road Safety Award. This year's ceremony is taking place in the aftermath of the devastating earthquake that struck the Kingdom of Morocco on September 8, 2023. The Economic Commission for Africa stands with the Kingdom of Morocco, its people, and the families of the victims at this difficult time. We commend the Kingdom of Morocco for the significant human and logistical resources deployed to assist the affected communities. It is benefiting that the second Kofi Annan Road Safety Award ceremony is holding in Morocco, a kingdom that has demonstrated strong commitment to road safety at the continental level in Africa. Morocco's role in the establishment of the African Road Safety Observatory testified its leadership in effort to improve road safety on the continent, particularly in the framework of the African Road Safety Charter. Distinguished guests, curbing road deaths and injuries worldwide was one of the several noble causes that the late Mr. Kofi Annan, former Secretary General of the United Nations, championed. It is therefore up to associate his name with this initiative that seeks to recognize countries and organizations that contribute significantly to the road safety in Africa. Permit me also to thank the United Nations Secretary General, Special Envoy for Road Safety, Jean Todt, and the leadership of the Kofi Annan Foundation for partnering with the ECA and the government of Morocco in organizing this event. I commend Mr. Jean Todt for his prioritizing the safety of roads in Africa, and this way also continuing the legacy of Mr. Kofi Annan. Excellencies, it is observed by the ECA that the COVID pandemic revealed that the road safety in Africa does not receive adequate attention. About 300,000 people in Africa die every year, which is more than the total deaths that COVID claimed and the pandemic. Yet, during the pandemic, very strong measures were adopted and regulations were followed and strictly implemented. This cannot be said about the road safety. Regulations are often missing, or in Africa they are actually lagging the global standards, and where they exist, they are not always properly implemented. So same attention that was given to COVID-19 is needed to extend also to the road safety measures and implementation in Africa. This, of course, requires strong road safety management along all its aspects. This includes safeguards, educated and considerate drivers, safe vehicles, safe roads, and of course, effective post-crash responses. None of this can, however, be achieved without adequate funding. It has been observed that although the road safety in Africa does not receive the adequate funding, and several of the national road safety organizations are not actually funded from the national budgets. While there are multiple sources of funding for road safety in Africa, majority actually relies on donor funding, and it is therefore unstable. Private sector has important role to play, and it was actually demonstrated yesterday. There is a room for innovative financing, including road safety bonds. Excellencies, we have the tools today to address road safety management challenges in Africa, particularly the African Road Safety Action Plan for the period 2021 to 2030. The continental plan is aligned with the Global Plan of Action for the UN Road Safety Decade 2021-2030 and takes into consideration the specificities of African countries. I urge member states to use the continental plan to develop or revise their national plans. The use of innovative technology was covered yesterday and could also contribute significantly to enhancing road safety management in Africa. Excellencies, Mr. Kofi Annan's message that the road safety is no accident is as relevant today as as it was when he said it in 2007 at the first UN Global Road Safety Week. We must keep the spirit of Kofi Annan alive by recognizing that road safety requires the deliberate efforts of all of us. Let me end by assuring that the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa is ready to support the member states to develop and implement their national road safety strategies and action plans. We will also continue to track the performance of the member states in implementing recommended road safety measures and to recognize to recognize those who contribute significantly to reduce road deaths and injuries on the continent through the Kofi Annan Road Safety Award. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Madam Susanna Briksiova-Szwidrowski. I remind that you are Director, ECA Sub-Regional Office for North Africa, United Nations Economic Commission for Africa. Shukran jazilan. Now we give the floor to Mr. Eric Ntagengerwa from the African Union Commission. He's representing the EAC. Thank you for being here with us.
Your Excellency, Mr. Mohamed Abdelajil, Minister of Transport and Logistics, the Kingdom of Morocco, Honorable Ministers of Transport of Cameroon, Côte d'Ivoire, and Eswatini, Mrs. Nathalie Faustier, UN Resident Coordinator, Mrs. Susanna Briksiova, Director, ECA Sub-Regional Office for UNECA, Mr. Jean Todt, United Nations Secretary General's Special Envoy for Road Safety, Mr. Benassel Boulajoul, General Director, National Road Safety Agency of Morocco, representative from Ministries of Road Safety, distinguished guests, all protocol observed. On behalf of Her Excellency Dr. Mani Abu Zaid, Commissioner for Infrastructure and Energy at the African Union Commission, I wish to join others to express our solidarity to the Kingdom of Morocco for the recent earthquake. I express our sincere gratitude to the Kingdom of Morocco through the National Road Safety Agency, NARSA, the UN Secretary General Special Envoy for Road Safety, UNECA, SSATP World Bank, for working together to organize this important event. The African Union is committed to the UN objectives to reduce by 50% road death and severe injuries by 2030. This is a big commitment that we have intended to achieve through timely implementation of the African Road Safety Action Plan for the decade 2021-2030. I wish to urge all remaining African member states to ratify the African Road Safety Charter and to accelerate enforcement of adequate policies and instruments in order to achieve our continental targets. Distinguished participants, improving road safety in Africa requires robust data on road crashes to facilitate evidence-based policy formulation, and in essence, countries need to improve their information on crashes in order to develop effective prevention strategies under all the pillars of the Road Safety Action Plan. Challenges relating to road safety data in Africa include lack of effective reporting of injuries and death from crashes and lack of harmonized definitions of road safety indicators, which limits the use of existing national data for cross-country analysis, as such data is not comparable. This Kofi Annan event gave us an opportunity to understand how digitalization can in many ways be used to overcome these challenges. The African Road Safety Observatory is one of the tools that can be used to collect quality road safety data and to monitor the performance of the African Road Safety Action Plan. I wish at this junction congratulate and thank the members of the African Road Safety Observatory Interim Steering Committee, including the member states representative and the representative from SSATP, World Bank, UNECA, WHO, and all other road safety partners. The African Union Commission is grateful for your contribution to sustain the African Road Safety Observatory since its inception in 2018. Our African Action Plan for the decade 2021-2030, adopted by the Ministers of Transport in June 2021, make it compulsory to undertake road safety audits and inspections, followed by implementation and enforcement of audit recommendations. Other provisions such as the use of standardized helmets, seat belts, and involvement of private sector as well as civil society are equally important to achieve our continental targets. The Ministers of Transport in their meeting in June 2021 adopted the roadmap to establish an African Road Safety Observatory as an autonomous institution of the African Union. I commend the Kingdom of Morocco for the high-level commitment and the demonstration of the importance of the use of digital solutions and new technologies in the development of road safety. I also thank the Morocco for expressing its interest to host the African Road Safety Observatory. I wish to end by congratulating again the African states that we receive awards today. I reiterate the African Union commitment to work with all of you to achieve our target of reducing road accidents. I thank you.
Thank you very much to Mr. Eric Ntantegewa from African Union Commission. شكرا جزيلا للسيد إريك نتان جنجروا طبعا على كلمته. الآن وصلنا إلى المرحلة الحاسمة، مرحلة توزيع الجوائز. طبعا التفكير في تنظيم هذه الجوائز كان منذ السنة الماضية عندما تم تنظيم أول دورة بدولة غانا، وطبعا لأجل الحصول على تطور خصوصا على مستوى الوقاية وجب العمل على الحلول الإبداعية وعلى الحلول الشجاعة التي سيفكر فيها طبعا الأطر على مستوى القارة الإفريقية. واليوم وبعد سنة سيتم توزيع الجوائز خلال هذا الحفل طبعا. وقبل ذلك سوف أطلب من السيد روبرت ليسينج أن يلتحق بي. Mr. Robert Lisinge will explain everything related to those awards and the 7 categories. It was 1 year of work after the first edition in Ghana. And now we will discover everything about it. So thank you, Mr. Lisinge, for being with us.
Thank you so much, Excellencies, honorable ministers, honorable ambassadors, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Immediately we finished with the first edition of the Kofi Annan Award in Accra. The special envoy, Mr. Jean Todt, and the ECA Executive Secretary contacted the Kingdom of Morocco to host the second edition of the award. And the Kingdom gracefully accepted to host us, and today is a reality. Immediately after that, we set up a team, a technical team, including ECA, the government of Morocco, the Secretariat of the Special Envoy, and the Kofi Annan Award, Kofi Annan Foundation, to start working for this award. The process was rigorous. In July 2023, we set out the call for nomination. Between July and August 2023, we had a team that did the assessment of the nominations that we received. We informed those who succeeded that they have been awarded in 26 August of 2023. Now, we had a number of categories of awards. The first, and the special envoy already mentioned that, was innovation. The second was road safety management. This was important because we continue to be in a continent where many countries still don't have road safety targets, they don't have regular finance for road safety, they don't have road safety strategy or action plan. It was important to recognize those who are doing well in this key area of road safety. The third category is data management. We can't do much without good data. We cannot plan if we don't have data. The third is safer. The fourth is safer vehicle. The fifth category is public transportation. As we all know, this is a new area in the second decade of action for road safety. We do recognize that multimodal transport today is an important component of road safety. We also have a category on communication. Communication is key because we still continue to raise awareness of the challenge of road safety. And finally, we have an honorary category. Let me spend a minute to talk about the criteria that we used under each of these categories. In terms of innovation, we were looking at what impact the projects have, the creativity of the projects that were presented, how effective, how sustainable these projects are. In terms of road safety management, we assess the projects based on the extent to which the country has road safety strategy. Do they have road safety action plan? Do they have road safety agency? What about funding of road safety? How strong is the legislation for road safety in these countries? In terms of data management, the assessment criteria included the existence of robust database in the countries that applied, integration of the different data sources for road safety, and the capacity within the country to analyze and publish the data in the database. Regarding safer vehicles, we were looking at the extent to which countries have vehicle safety standards. We're also looking at the strength of the vehicle inspection and certification regime in this country. An important component in Africa is the proliferation of used vehicles. We were looking at the extent to which imported vehicles are regulated in Africa. Regarding public transport, some of the criteria we used to assess the projects that were nominated include the infrastructure that we do have in the countries for public transportation, the policies and regulations in these countries. And finally, regarding communication, we're looking at the extent to which campaigns and other tools are used in this country. We had a total of 36 nominations for consideration. 15 came from member states, and we had 21 nominations from NGOs. We do like to encourage member states and NGOs to apply more for the next award. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Robert Lessinge. It was clear explanations about all the process, and we will begin by the first category. It's innovation. And the winner is Côte d'Ivoire, Office de sécurité routière. الفائز طبعا دولة الكوت ديفوار Office de sécurité routière طبعا مكتب السلامة الطرقية. Et c'est monsieur Amadou Koné, ministre des Transports, qui va recevoir bien sûr le prix qui sera remis par monsieur Mohamed Abdeljalil, ministre du Transport et de la Logistique. So the prize, the award will be given by Mr. Mohamed Abdeljalil, Minister of Transport and Logistics of Morocco, and the Minister of Transport of Côte d'Ivoire will receive it. Thank you very much for being here. شكرا جزيلا طبعا لحضوركم. وأول جائزة المتعلقة بالتجديد Thank you for His Excellency, Mr. Amadou Koné. Monsieur Koné, on prendra un petit mot, s'il vous plaît. Ça va, il y a le micro, on va vous l'emmener tout de suite. C'est un plaisir de vous recevoir. It's a real pleasure. Alors vous...
Merci beaucoup, très rapidement. Je voudrais d'abord saluer Monsieur le ministre et le peuple marocain pour l'accueil chaleureux qui nous a été réservé ici à Marrakech et présenter à nouveau nos compassions pour ce qui est arrivé et les féliciter pour la gestion de tout ceci. Remercier et féliciter donc, mon cher ami Jean Todt qui donne une impulsion particulière donc, à la question de la sécurité donc, routière. remercier tous les collègues qui sont là et les équipes qui m'accompagnent. Je voudrais dédier ce prix au président Alassane Ouattara, qui a beaucoup cru en nous, et avoir une pensée particulière, parce que c'est aussi cela, on a une grosse responsabilité. Au moment où nous parlons, ça fait bientôt 40 minutes. Je me suis informé, 40 minutes que nous avons commencé cette cérémonie. On m'indiquait qu'il y a 5 décès toutes les 2 minutes. Donc en 40 minutes, c'est 800 décès sur nos routes, un quart des décès, donc 200 décès sur le continent, au moment donc, où nous faisons cette cérémonie. Et notre responsabilité est grande. Et je pense que la digitalisation, l'innovation technologique, du fait du retard qu'on a accumulé, notamment dans l'adressage, dans la qualité des données, que la digitalisation peut nous permettre d'aller très loin. Et féliciter toutes mes équipes, Lozère et Kipux, qui nous accompagnent donc dans le travail que nous faisons. Je vous remercie.
Merci. Monsieur le ministre, vous avez été là pendant 2 jours. Vous avez eu l'occasion d'assister à des discussions très sérieuses pour la sécurité routière. Est-ce qu'on pourrait estimer que vous êtes maintenant plus ou moins optimiste de ce que vous voyez, de toute l'évolution qu'il y a, mais surtout de la volonté de changement qui s'installe dans le continent africain, que ce soit au niveau de la sensibilisation par rapport aux citoyens, mais aussi au niveau des décideurs qui sont bien sûr prêts à relever tous les challenges?
Je pense que nous sommes sur la bonne voie. En Côte d'Ivoire, depuis que nous avons commencé la mise en œuvre de la stratégie de sécurité routière qui est basée principalement sur la dématérialisation de toutes les procédures, la digitalisation, la vidéo-verbalisation, les résultats sont probants. Il y a encore beaucoup de décès, c'est vrai, mais nous avons réduit considérablement le nombre de décès, notamment à Abidjan, de 30%, 33% en 2 ans, et les efforts continuent. Et en plus de cela, nos jeunes sont très ingénieux et je pense que c'est une niche d'emploi formidable, la digitalisation.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le ministre. Nous vous remercions pour votre présence.
Merci.
Et nous vous souhaitons bonne chance pour la suite. Et nous félicitons encore une fois vos équipes qui ont pu remporter le premier prix programmé pour cette catégorie, qui est le prix de l'innovation. Nous passons à la deuxième catégorie. We go directly to the second category and we'll discover the winner. Road Safety Management. The winner is the Kingdom of Eswatini, represented by Ministry of Public Works and Transport, and we will receive Mr. Ndlalulaza Ndouandwe, c'est ça? Voilà, alors if you can come, the stage is yours, Mr. Ndouandwe, et le remettant, bien sûr, and the prize will be given by Madame Nathalie Fustier, United Nations Resident Coordinator of Morocco. Congratulations. Congratulations. You're welcome. Congratulations to the Kingdom of Eswatini. Can we have a word about this victory, about this award that you won?
Thank you very much, Excellencies, dignitaries present here today. I take this opportunity on behalf of the government of the Kingdom of Eswatini to sincerely thank organizers of this event, trustees of the Kofi Annan Road Safety Strategy, our UN, our UNECA, and all organizers of this event. We really appreciate and so honored to receive this prestigious award. To us as a kingdom, it poses a challenge because receiving this award then puts us in the spotlight to really improve in our endeavor in reducing our road traffic deaths. On behalf of the government, I really am honored to receive this award on behalf of the kingdom. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ndouandwe. And hope everything will be all right after this. Thank you. Et nous passons à la troisième catégorie. We go to the third category about data management. And the winner is the Republic of Benin. And it's represented by the Ministry of Living Environment and Transport responsible for sustainable development. And the award will be received by Mr. Nabil Aboulaye, who is Technical Advisor for Transport and Sustainable Mobility at the Ministry of Living Environment and Transport responsible for sustainable development. And the prize will be given by Madame Susanna Briksiova-Szwidrowski, Director SAA Sub-Regional Office for North Africa, United Nations Economic Commission for Africa. Thank you very much. And Mr. Nabil is here also. Great. Congratulations to the Republic of Benin. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Et le mot de Monsieur Nabil.
Merci. Je voudrais, avant tout propos, transmettre les chaleureuses salutations du ministre du cadre de vie et des Transports de la République du Bénin et à travers lui celle du président de la République, son Excellence Patrice Talon, à Sa Majesté, le roi du Maroc et à tout le peuple marocain. Je voudrais ensuite remercier le Maroc pour avoir accepté d'accueillir cet important événement et saluer la qualité de l'organisation, remercier la sollicitude dont nous avons fait preuve depuis notre arrivée au Maroc. Je pense que ça traduit l'hospitalité légendaire du peuple marocain et je voudrais en cette occasion particulière témoigner la compassion du peuple béninois au peuple frère marocain pour les derniers événements malheureux qui sont intervenus au Maroc.
Merci beaucoup.
Une organisation en cette occasion et dans ce contexte témoigne de la résilience de l'État marocain et cela est inspirant pour tous les pays et les peuples africains.
La jeunesse béninoise est connue pour son amour et sa passion fervente pour la technologie. Est-ce qu'on pourrait dire que ce prix que vous avez gagné, qui a un lien direct avec, bien sûr, la data, est une preuve que la technologie, sa nouvelle place est l'Afrique et le Bénin notamment?
Ouais, je voudrais d'abord dire que ce prix résonne pour nous déjà comme une prime à tout ce qui est fait comme effort, mais en même temps une invitation à poursuivre les efforts qui se font dans le domaine de la sécurité routière. Alors, les données, nous avons longuement parlé hier de la digitalisation, mais il n'y a pas de digitalisation sans les données. Alors donc, en recevant ce prix, le Bénin s'engage à davantage avancer sur le chemin des données et en même temps, par rapport à tout ce qui est numérique, à tout ce qui est data, tout ce qui est start-up, prendre les exemples qui ont été présentés hier pour pouvoir continuer sur ce chemin. Je voudrais quand même permettre de dédier ce prix à notre président de la République, son Excellence Patrice Talon, qui s'investit énormément sur le chemin de la sécurité routière à travers des infrastructures sûres, des infrastructures durables et des infrastructures de qualité. Nous avons également travaillé à ratifier toute la charte africaine et tous les instruments qui permettront davantage d'abonder et d'avancer sur le chemin de la sécurité routière. Merci à toute l'équipe de l'organisation et à très bientôt.
Merci beaucoup à vous aussi, Monsieur Nabil Aboulaye. C'est toujours un plaisir de vous recevoir. Nous passons directement à la quatrième catégorie. We go straight on to the fourth category, safer vehicles. And the winner is the Republic of Rwanda, represented by the Ministry of Infrastructure, and we will receive Madame Zeina Matama, Ambassador of Rwanda in Morocco. Thank you very much for being here. And the award will be given by Mr. Eric Ntagengewa from the African Union Commission. Merci beaucoup. Et nous passons la parole à Madame Zeina Miramatama, qui est ambassadeur du Rwanda au Maroc. Can you speak English or French? The same?
Je vais parler en anglais.
En anglais, d'accord, très bien. Rwanda, which is a very beautiful country, very well known now in the continent and in the world. We are speaking about sustainable development, great results of the country and the great reputation after very hard years that the country lived. So we really love the success story of Rwanda, and this award is coming to confirm all this, I think.
Thank you so much.
So what can you tell us about this? Okay. Do you want to go to the...
Yeah.
Yes, let me help you. And I will take this one and give it back to you, or you to keep it, okay. Merci.
First of all, Your Excellencies, Honorable Ministers, High Officials, technical team, and researchers here present. First of all, I would like to reiterate the message of His Excellency Paul Kagame, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, a message of condolence that has been addressed to His Majesty, the King Mohammed VI, following the tragic events that have taken more than 3,000 lives of Moroccans. So before I express my intervention here, since yesterday I couldn't really present the experience of Rwanda. That is why I really planned for a very short speech. On behalf of the government of Rwanda and on behalf of Honorable Minister of Infrastructure that I represent today, it is a great pleasure and an honor to participate to the second Kofi Annan Road Safety Award, organized jointly by the government of Morocco and United Nations Economic Commission for Africa and United Nations Secretary General Special Envoy for Road Safety. This meeting is indeed vital. It comes at the right time when we realize the role of road safety is contributing immensely on the economic development. The economic development once is well managed. We share the fact that road safety is paramount subject of concern as we are observing avoidable loss of lives due to traffic crashes where vulnerable class of people are hit and killed. Rwanda is committed to continue putting in place both soft and hard infrastructure initiatives aiming at combating those road crashes in order to
to produce positive road safety outcomes, we have to bear in mind that strong management in all aspects and road safety is key. Presence of funded led agency to guide the national road safety effort and implement safe system approach should be a guiding factor and of this cause. Since 2019, Rwanda has started a road safety campaign in different public gatherings, targeting schools, churches, mosques, markets for wider coverage. This yielded a good result in reducing fatalities. Excellencies, honorable ministers, distinguished guests, Rwanda has invested heavily in construction and rehabilitation of roads while correcting dangerous spots and provide good road riding quality. Currently, 96% of our road network are in good condition. In urban centers, the current road cross section separates the roadway with cyclists and pedestrians dedicated lines. This promotes heavily mobility, equitability, and safety to all users. Speed governors were made mandatory in buses and trucks over 3.5 tons to regulate the speed in line to mitigate crashes resulting from other speeding. Speed cameras were installed in all paved road network, especially at critical zones in urban centers, over speeding prone zone across the country. This has contributed to reducing fatality in the last 2 years. Excellencies, honorable ministers, distinguished participants, road safety campaigns such as Gerayo Amahoro means reach safely have been induced in countryside to mitigate accidents largely resulting from reckless driving behaviors. This has created a big difference in regard to saving lives of the citizens. The 7th UN Global Road Safety Week held on 15th to 21 May 23 called the policy makers to rethink mobility in order to make walking, cycling, and public transport safe and convenient to that people can make the shift to active, sustainable mobility. Road traffic injuries are leading cause to death and disability worldwide, with around 1,300,000 people killed worldwide, as many as 50 million injured each year. For Rwanda, for people aged 5 to 29 years, there is no greater threat to their lives. Globally, 1 of every 4 deaths occur among pedestrians and cyclists. Excellencies, honorable ministers, distinguished guests, the time is now. We need to embrace safety as prerequisite for better tomorrow. I therefore invite all road safety and sustainable mobility partners to continue supporting this noble cause through leveraging required finance and other resources to improve and promote and enhance sustainability transport. Through a coordinated approach, I believe that if we harmonize our policies and consider investing to smart infrastructure, this will contribute immensely to mitigate road fatality. Therefore, I am optimistic that today's forum is adequate for policy discussion and the exchange of experience to improve road safety in our respective country. I thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Madam Zaina Mira Matama, Ambassador of Rwanda in the Kingdom of Morocco. Thank you very much. We go directly to the 5th category to discover who's the winner. Public transportation modal shift, the winner is the Republic of Ethiopia. And its Ministry of Transport and Logistics, we would have been very happy to receive Madame Isaias Gota, Ambassador Extraordinary and Penitentiary of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, but she will be replaced by Mr. Gatchau Getnet. And the prize will be given by Moulay Abdurrahman Blila, Chairman of the Interior Commission, Territorial Communities, Regions and Infrastructure Committee. Thank you very much. طبعا السيد مولاي عبد الرحمن بليلة رئيس لجنة الداخلية والجهات والجماعات الترابية والبنيات الأساسية سيقدم الجائزة لممثل جمهورية إثيوبيا. شكرا جزيلا. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What can you tell us about this award, about your victory tonight?
Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, please allow me to express my heartfelt condolence for the victims of the most recent and catastrophic earthquake that struck the very here region of Al-Hauz. And I am happy to be here in Marrakech because Marrakech also was the victim and is proud to be able to host this kind of conferences after having faced such a catastrophe. It's proud, and I am very proud of this city. And of course, I heard a lot of good things about Marrakech even before I come here, and I find it all are true. And having said that, I would like to appreciate the recognition given to my country and my government, especially for public transport. As a user of public transport myself, I know a lot of my colleagues, they gave up using their own cars because of public transport. Public transport have a multi-folding importance because one, they are efficient monetarily, individual level, and also country level. For example, individual level, it is like a cost sharing. And at a country level, it reduces the foreign exchange expenditure for fuel. And also, it reduces the pressure on our very pressurizing roads, because one bus could afford 60 individuals, while if 60 individuals have to use their own cars, 60 cars have to pass on a single road. So using public transport, of course, is very important personally and at public level. And thank you for recognizing.
Thank you very much, Mr. Genne. Thank you and congratulations. Congratulations for the Republic of Ethiopia. We go straight on to the 6th category of awards, communication. Et le gagnant est le Cameroun. The winner is Cameroun and Security Route. And the prize will be received by Mr. Ngale Bibe John Ernest Massena, ministre des Transports. Bienvenue. Et le prix sera remis par Madame Myriam Bigdili, présidente of WHO in Morocco, la présidente de l'Organisation mondiale de la santé au Maroc. Merci beaucoup d'être parmi nous. Et félicitations au Cameroun pour cette consécration. Et merci à Madame Bigdili, présidente de l'Organisation mondiale de la santé au Maroc, Monsieur le Ministre. Merci d'être parmi nous. Alors, je vous laisse la parole.
Merci beaucoup. Comme vous en doutez très bien, c'est une joie particulière pour nous aujourd'hui. Mais avant d'exprimer celle-ci, je tiens à, une fois de plus, au nom du Président de la République, Son Excellence Paul Biya, qui a bien instruit cette mission, avec la délégation que je vous présentais tout à l'heure, dire la compassion du peuple camerounais tout entier suite au désagrément, au séisme dont a été victime ce pays frère qu'est le Maroc, mais surtout apprécier la gestion de cette crise qui a fait donc preuve de beaucoup de résilience. Nous voudrons ensuite féliciter et remercier du fond du cœur ce pays frère qu'est le Maroc pour la qualité de l'organisation de cette cérémonie, sans oublier bien entendu tout le soutien qui est apporté par notre ami Jean Todt au nom des Nations Unies, à qui nous faisons un bon clin d'œil. Ce prix que nous recevons aujourd'hui est le fruit de nombreux efforts. Et c'est donc naturellement que je vais le dédier à son Excellence M. Paul Biya, Président de la République, qui, grâce à son engagement, sa détermination, a réussi en très peu de temps à baisser à 31% le nombre d'accidents sur nos routes, avec une cible de 50%. Ceci montre sa détermination. Et nous voulons croire que ce prix que nous avons reçu aujourd'hui va continuer à renforcer les liens qui existent entre ces pays, les différents pays ici, et vous dire vraiment la détermination du Cameroun à poursuivre les efforts pour accompagner les victimes au Cameroun, en Afrique et dans le monde. Merci beaucoup pour ce prix.
Merci beaucoup, Votre Excellence. Et félicitations pour les résultats exceptionnels que vous avez eu au niveau du Cameroun, en baissant bien sûr le chiffre des décédés de 31%. Je vous laisse présenter votre équipe.
Alors, vous avez ici à côté le directeur des transports routiers, M. Ivan Mbamome, qui travaille énormément sur ses préoccupations de sécurité routière et surtout pour la société civile, qui cette fois-ci n'a ménagé aucun effort dans le domaine de la sensibilisation, informer les populations sur les bienfaits que nous devons rencontrer. Alors, il s'agit de Sécuroute, dont le président est ici, en la personne de monsieur... Voilà, très bien. En tout cas, merci beaucoup, Missy Mikim.
Bravo. à sécuriser les routes. Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Ministre. D'accord, si vous voulez, voilà.
Avec la permission de Excellence le ministre, s'il vous plaît, je voudrais dire juste 2 petits mots. Le premier mot, c'est de remercier tous les volontaires, les bénévoles et les associations de sécurité routière qui travaillent pour le continent africain. Donc, ce prix est aussi leur prix. Et je voudrais également remercier un certain nombre de personnes. Madame Dr Olive Kumbuseye de l'Ouganda, Monsieur Étienne Klouk, Jean Todt, évidemment mon épouse qui est premier supporter de sécurité, sans qui, toutes ces personnes sans qui je ne serais pas ici. Et je voudrais une fois de plus remercier son Excellence, M. Ngare Bibeye, vous voyez, nous sommes de la même tranche de génération, donc nous travaillons en bonne intelligence pour réduire les accidents au Cameroun. Et depuis 2011, nous avons réduit les accidents de 31% au Cameroun. Merci.
Merci beaucoup à vous et félicitations. C'est très beau de voir une équipe qui travaille comme ça, avec une très belle cohésion, en installant une magnifique symbiose afin d'avoir un meilleur résultat. Nous passons à la 7e catégorie. Let's go to the 7th and last category, Honor Award. And the Honor Award goes to Morocco, the Kingdom of Morocco, represented by the Minister of Transport and Logistics, Mr. Mohammed Abdel Jalil. His Excellency will join us. And the award will be given by Mr. John Todd, the United Nations Secretary General's Envoy for Road Safety. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Bravo donc, belle consécration pour le Maroc aussi. Tatouij Jamil et le Maghreb كذلك. And it was the last award of this ceremony. Prenez la parole, Saïd Louazir.
Shukran jazilan. Je vais prendre la parole en français pour simplifier la vie à Jean et à un certain nombre de nos invités. Écoutez, d'une part, je voudrais dire que sans l'implication de Jean, sans l'implication de nos amis ministres du Cameroun, de la Côte d'Ivoire, des Swatini et de tous les amis d'Afrique qui sont venus, cette cérémonie n'aurait pas eu le succès qu'elle a eu. Au Maroc, sous l'impulsion de Sa Majesté, que Dieu l'assiste, le sujet de la sécurité routière a été érigé en priorité depuis bientôt plus de 20 ans. Nous essayons de nous améliorer, nous avons parcouru du chemin, nous en avons encore beaucoup, mais ce qui est certain, c'est qu'il ne faut jamais manquer une occasion pour parler de sécurité routière, rappeler à quel point c'est un sujet de santé publique à l'échelle de tous les pays et que nous pouvons vaincre cette sourde guerre qui tue beaucoup de jeunes tous les ans. Donc, un grand merci à tous ceux qui ont fait l'effort de venir. Mes félicitations pour les différents projets qui ont été menés à bien. Et puis, dans l'espoir de pouvoir très rapidement participer à un nouveau Kofi Annan Awards dans le futur. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Ministre. شكرا جزيلا وهنيئا للمغرب ولكل الدول المتوجة طبعا. شكرا لكل المنظمين. Merci à tous les organisateurs de cet événement. Maintenant, je vous invite à une photo collective, une photo de famille. Premièrement, avec les gagnants, et puis ça sera une photo générale. So we'll take a picture of the winners. First of all, a family picture of the winners. Then we'll take a general family picture. So all the countries. Avec Monsieur Jean Todt, bien sûr, avec nos invités. Voilà la photo de famille, family picture of the winners. It's a great pleasure to see all the winners on the stage. Et bien sûr, après cela, j'appelle tous les collaborateurs à rejoindre, bien sûr, la scène afin de prendre la photo. Now, let's see all the family gathered on the stage to take the last picture of this event. You are more than welcome to keep the greatest memories of this appointment. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you very much for coming to Morocco, for your participation, for your collaboration. We hope to meet you very soon, and as the Moroccan minister said, we will meet inshallah in 2025. شكرا لكم على المشاركة، وسنلتقي إن شاء الله قريبا جدا على أرض المغرب. شكرا لحضوركم.